This episode of Bots Obsession is brought to you by you, the viewers.
Man, oh man, you can almost see the edges of the table. Yeah, we're going to be talking about HasLab Omega Prime just a little bit today because Hasbro finally sent out the replacements. For those wondering, I did actually get my replacement. I got it last night. Here is the box that it comes in. You can see it just says Optimus Prime A, and it is literally just like a vacuum form with the figure in cab mode in there. It's nothing special, nothing fantastic. Just in the camera here, let's bring in our replacement Optimus Prime. And here he is. And yes, there is no thank goodness there's no breakages on this one. And I'm very happy that there's no breakages on this one. Does this make up for the fact that this guy showed up broken? What does this do for that? I do think it's kind of cool that now I can have an unbroken little Prime next to my big giant super mode Prime. That's kind of cool. There are some things that are going wrong with the replacements though, and that's kind of what I wanted to cover right now. While I may be in the position where it's like, yep, I got one, opened them up, perfectly fine. From what I've seen, everyone who's gotten the replacements so far have opened them up and they have been fine. Here's what's going on though. I guess what's happening is that they did another production run, didn't change anything, and they've actually just done the at-home fix where they sanded down the block, meaning that, yeah, eventually this guy is still gonna break again. And maybe that's something that I'll open this one up and fix them a little bit more, sand down things so that way things are really smooth. Because yes, I don't want my HasLab breaking a second time. And then on top of that, some people, at least from the initial wave of HasLab returns, they sent in the entire Prime and only got this back. Or they sent in Prime and Magnus, the whole HasLab, and only got back this guy. What's going on there? There's a lot that's happening with this figure. There is a lot going on with HasLab Omega Prime, and as an RIDO1 fan, it is extremely disheartening to see that like they are still failing this HasLab. This is definitely the most disappointing Transformers HasLab. I'll come out and say it. As excited as I was for this, because this was my most anticipated of the 4 HasLabs we've had, Lyle Kaiser just doesn't hit for me as much as this felt like it was going to. And as cool as super mode is, and yes, super mode is unaffected by the break, like that's just, I mean, thank goodness, because this is how mine has stayed since I recorded the video. He has stayed like this in super mode. I haven't really gotten him down, and the reason I haven't really gotten him down is because I'm worried he's going to break more, and that's kind of where I'm at with this one. I'm still worried that this one is going to break, and it almost makes me want to just grab an original one. That said, I think it's unfortunate that people aren't getting back what they sent back either. It seems like Hasbro didn't really keep track of that, and only really sent out the cabs to everyone. Although I have heard some people who sent back the whole Optimus Prime and got an entire Optimus Prime back. I do think that it's a little lazy that no new parts were designed. I think that they should have done something extra. Like, realistically, they should have done some sort of real fix. I would have rather waited longer and gotten a couple more updates on a real fix than just had them sand down the block, which is something that I could have done. I might go through and see if there's any stripped screws or anything on this Optimus, since it did, go back and get, touched up. So that might be something to look for. But where we're at right now with this HasLab is, yep, people are getting them back, but it's definitely not in as near of it's not as big of a real fix as I was hoping it would be. I'm still really upset with this HasLab. I'm still worried about this guy. And while there have been no reports of broken chests out of the replacement batch, I have no idea what Hasbro is going to do if the HasLab is broken a second time. If someone gets one and it's like, hey, this is again broken straight out of the box, what's going on? I can't imagine that that's going to be a great look, even right now where people are saying like, hey, I didn't get my full HasLab returned to me. Like, that's a lot to be like, yo, this is wrong. Like, you know, they really need to lock in and figure out what went wrong here, so that way it doesn't happen with Lio Kaiser. Because I think if this happens again, you're gonna see people who are like, okay, well, it happened twice, I'm done, I don't want to back the Transformers HasLabs anymore because the last two have broken, which is really disappointing. Because Victory Saber, while it did have a couple packaging issues, they fixed that issue with this one and with Deathsaurus, and Deathsaurus had like no problem. So it really does suck that HasLab Omega Prime has kind of come out and just been so mediocre and so disappointing comparatively to the previous one, because we really thought that they had figured out the mistakes. So yeah, I know this was kind of a quick one, just a short little video. I really just wanted to kind of talk about this and mention this one more time. I'm still not super satisfied with my purchase, I'll be real. I do think that just the fact it came out broken, the fact I had to wait was really disappointing. It is kind of nice that I get a spare Cab Prime though. I will say that, especially because this one will probably stay like this, whereas the initial broken one is going to stay in super mode, and that'll probably be the one I transform. Like if I go to transform one of them, it'll probably be that one. But yeah, so as much as, you know, it kind of is now, as much of a whole package as it is now for the HasLab, I'm still a little disappointed in how everything went down and what happened with it. But let me know what you guys thought about this down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on HasLab Omega Prime, and let me know if you actually got yours back. With that said, don't forget to check out the description, including the Patreon. It's just $1, and I will see you guys in the next one. This is Bots Obsession.